Alright, Matt, are you ready to start?
I am ready to start.
Alright.
Has the donation sent blindfolded delayed been met?
Yep, it has.
Okay, so I have to go through the. We don't start times, so I skip the first cutscene, so I'll just start the intro.
Our world has fallen to fame.
So this is Dustin's
Its
intro.
great works long since complete.
So this is kind of
Its
a 2D
storied
Metroidvania,
civilizations long since fallen to
really
dust.
fast-paced combat game.
The greatest
it's really,
legends
really
of
fun.
Elysian long
I think it'll be.
since forgotten.
I really like the speedrun.
What
It's
was
like
once
super
a land
fast-paced
of
and there's like no
promise
downtime at all.
has fallen to the ravages of war.
So we just got this intro. We don't actually start the timer until
desperate hour
we skip the first
that the
cutscene.
greatest of Elysian tales
so
began.
there's no point timing it.
The lone
But
warrior
it gives me a little
stood
time
against
to
an
just
army.
run. So we're going to do
slashing his way
Warpless, which
through
means I can't do the
all
main
opposed
warp
him.
glitch. It's about 3 times
Lost
longer than
no
with
chance.
warps, because it basically
And the
lets me just
soldier
instantly
showed
skip to
mercy.
anywhere in a map.
But
In this
despite
category, I
his
actually will be
victories,
going through every map
his skills,
to beat
his
the game properly, I guess you could say.
the valiant soldier would perish on this day
So
Tom-
someone blindfold
Not
me,
to the
quite
moon.
easy if someone else does it.
to a single child.
Right.
Right, have your headphones, I guess?
Yeah, do it, man.
So the run hasn't started, you're just doing your...
When I hit A, the time will start. I'll let you know.
Alright. Give me a count. Give me a count in.
Sensible blindfold with a scarf.
I'm there, right? This is some ghetto blindfold.
That the right
Yeah.
place?
Yeah.
Can you put your head forward a bit?
Yeah. Alright, okay.
There you
Oh, nice.
go. Alright.
Okay, alright. Can I get audio up a little bit in my headphones? Okay. Alright, times. I guess I'll do a countdown.
Sure?
Yeah, okay. 3, 2, 1, go. So immediately I'm doing some movement where I cancel several inputs to do several attacks, which is like a lunging attack, which I then cancel into a jump slash, which allows me to move a bit faster. So a little bit talking about the blindfolded part. It's actually really hard to play this game blindfolded because most things have no audio cue. It's going to be mostly silent as I listen to what audio cues I do have. Okay, this is the first skip. Oh, that hasn't worked out properly, unfortunately. It's fairly difficult to do that skip blindfolded. I'm trying to guess when I can skip the cutscene. I think I can do it just with audio cues. I don't normally get this cutscene because I skip it. So I need to kill the mobs, like, and I don't know where they are. I'm just gonna flash around until I kill them all. I've been hit, so I don't know where I am. So this is a frame perfect trick. Where's my mouse? There it is. Right. So. Oh my god, we actually got it. So that's like a frame perfect. I can click outside the window. I've only got that a handful of times.
That's pretty amazing, I have to say.
Yeah. Oh my god, I can't watch where I was. I was too excited by getting a trick. I need to count. So I just reloaded there too, so I know where I am. So that's actually the hardest bit in the entire run. It's so easy to get lost there with all the platforming. So I just have to find my way through the mobs here. Wow, that was really fast, I think. Oh yeah, cutscene.
Wow.
So I need to pick up 4 keys in this area, otherwise I can't actually finish the run. So I can't do it quickly. This is probably the last really scary bit, blindfolded. Okay, that didn't go quite as I wanted it to go. So I'm not entirely sure where I am. I'm trying to figure it out. Getting hit really doesn't help. Okay, I think we picked up the key. Sweet. That is really good. Hopefully she can hit a cutscene. Okay, right. That's a treasure chest, that's fine. Pick up the ball. Yes, okay, thank God. Okay, we need to reload here to be able to skip a cutscene. We got hit there, so I don't know where I am now, but it's fine. We're largely home free now. As long as we don't fall in a hole, we just got hit, so that's a minor. Hopefully we don't. Okay, hopefully we're where I think I am. Yeah, if there's mobs near the exit, you can kill them to be able to get through the barrier. We should hit a cutscene, yeah. We gotta lure this slime a bit. And then we're almost there. Just got one more skip left to do. Skipping this cutscene based on audio cues. Okay, here we go, the last skip. And we got it, we jumped over an invisible trigger there. Nice. Boom, and that's Glade blindfolded. Oh, can you take it off?
That's pretty amazing.
Thanks, wow, that went really well. Awesome. We didn't get the first skip, which was deer skip, but we got a really hard trick of oh my god, it's so bright. Of a dust storm cutscene skip. It basically, for some reason, that cutscene was unskippable, so you had to click outside the window frame perfectly to be able to do it. And I think we got all 4 keys. Otherwise, we'd be a bit screwed, and I'm not even sure what the backup is actually. If I know one.
I think you got a key every time you said it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Cause, so now I can actually take some time to explain some of the movement tech. So there's 2 main things I'm doing, which is ground dodge cancelling and aerial dodge cancelling. Basically, I'm just cancelling moves in between the rolls to cancel the end lag. Okay, so yep, we got 4 keys, so the run is good. So we just need to talk to some people. So another trick coming up straight now. Oh. So basically there's going to be a panorama cutscene anytime you go into a new area, but we want to try and skip them as much as we can. So this is one way we can skip it. By talking to an NPC as we leave, it like queues up the cutscene so that we can't, so we don't see the panorama there. So this is Abyss. This is like the first proper area. So we're going to be, basically the goal here is to not get red barriers. The thing I talked about before where if there's enemies near the end, near the door, and I can't leave, which is a huge problem because of the flying enemies. They're really hard to get away from doors. So I'm doing very particular movement to try and make sure that that never happens. But there is quite a bit of RNG with how the mobs are placed, so I just kind of have to adapt.
Do we have a minute to read out a donation?
Yeah, go for it.
So, this is £10 from Aggie. DFCS blindfolded, what a legend. GL with the run, put this donation towards the Fez room incentive. So that's our goal done for the Fez room, so you're going to have to do that.
Nice.
Thank you very much for the donation.
Yeah, Aggie is actually a speedrunner of this game. Runs the Warps category. I think top 5 in the leaderboard, so pretty good.
You're also pretty good at the Warps category.
Yeah, so I have world record in both Warps and Warpless in this game. Nice, we just about got to that barrier. That's one of the less consistent rooms.
Sorry, we've just got another donation.
Oh, nice.
This is from £40. Wow. From Stripe. Go Murtag, yay.
I striped another runner. He's like Warpless, so he's like a really good Warpless speedrunner, which is this category. Thanks, Stripe. So the fuse incentive will need to be closed probably you got like a minute or two more.
Okay, so if anybody wants to see the fuse incentive here, then it's...
So fuse is basically a boss that we skip in every category because he's just so easy to skip, we don't need anything to really skip him.
And just to mention, the goal for that incentive is also £10, so get your donations in.
So we actually would fight him, which is a pretty weird thing because, like I say, literally no category actually fights him. Some walls. So basically, everywhere I'm just doing kind of movement that I've kind of practiced to get through the area, not get required, move very efficiently. Every single movement is really 2 inputs because I have to cancel the end lag with a previous move with an attack of some kind and then do the roll or the jump out. So this is one of the harder tricks. This is like a real barrier to entry for new runners. That's an intentional hit. So we're supposed to have wall climb to do it. It's that hard doing. Nice. To get through here, but we can do it without it by doing the Rising Dust Storm, which is a movement tech that I haven't mentioned yet. Basically, by doing certain attacks in the air, we gain infinite height.
So the developers didn't really intend you to be able to fly.
Yeah, so we just picked up an item you're not supposed to get until like way later. You're supposed to come back to say once you've got the vine grip. So that's just, our attack just went from 6 to 160. So is the fuse incentive met? Because now is the time. Jay?
Just refreshing donations. Let me check.
Oh, I should have called it earlier. Sorry.
It's all right. As far as I can see, well, hang on.
It's no big deal if it isn't.
It's still loading. Come on.
Come on, Jay.
Come on, Just Giving. Yeah. Well, considering the total hasn't gone up,
okay.
It hasn't been met.
That's okay. We get to see the skip that we do for him. So this is called fuse skip because it skips the skip doing fuse. So we jump while doing jump while saving. That confuses the game. Loads. It has no idea where the hell I've saved now. I'm in the void. Click outside the window. Boom. There you go. Skip boss.
Cool. So you mentioned your weapon now does 100 something damage. Does that mean you can one-shot almost anything you get?
So in that area, yes, but in the next area we'll be like 2 or 3 shotting them. Your attack kind of goes up exponentially in this game, so our attack gets worse like very quickly. So here we're jumping over an invisible trigger. Oh crap! I was slightly
sorry,
just.
did I distract
No, it's okay.
So you were going back and forth there to gain height.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah. So that was the Rising Dust Storm that I mentioned before. Basically it's just a certain sequence of moves where if you cancel them very fluidly, then you just infinitely gain height. So this is the thing we're supposed to be skipping. So here we're going into basically the second chapter of the game. So we're going to pick up some bombs because we're going to use it for our first bomb strat. I'll talk more about bomb strats as we get into them. But there would actually be another we got bombs, yeah. Another trick that I do here, but I would have needed my XP to be exactly right. If I was about to level up that mob I just killed, it would have leveled me up, and then when this panorama cutscene starts, I would have got knocked back by leveling up, gone into the previous transition, and then skipped the cutscene, but my XP levels weren't right. When you're going for PB attempts, you have to basically be really careful about what mobs you kill and what you don't kill. It's pretty hard to do in a marathon, so no big deal. So let's see if we get these bombs all the way to the other side of the room. So basically these bombs, they're used for destroying bomb walls, but they also kill enemies. So if they ever touch an enemy, they blow up. And we really don't want that to happen. It's because then we'll lose them. Any dust storm attack, which is where I spin the sword around, will pull them. So I need to be very mindful when I'm using that attack. Like I normally would use it here to be able to get through this area faster, but if I did that, it would pull the bombs in a way that I don't want. So doing very particular movement there to like get the bombs through.
So do all those enemies that you want past despawn once they're off the screen?
So no, it's actually I was using I had placed the bombs in a particular way so that I'd fly over them. So that was actually really good, we actually got it. That's early swim on bomb. That's actually a really inconsistent strat. So I'm just going to do another thing where we save the game while not on a save platform, which just puts me out of bounds. This is Bopo bomb. Sorry, this Bopo skip. I need to concentrate a little bit here.
Okay, it seems Just Giving fundraisers are actually down right now, like all fundraisers. So if you want to donate, maybe give it half an hour or so.
So this is, I'll concentrate and I'll explain later. Okay, we got it. So basically, yeah, I was just out of bounds. I'm constantly having to do what we call ADCs, which are aerial dodge cancels. I'm alternating between two attacks to get as much height as possible. Sorry, as much distance and speed as possible and not lose much height. And it's actually well known in the community to be like fairly precise to do them over and over and not drop them. And if I lose too much height, it basically resets me because the game has no idea what to do with me. So this is Bopo bomb. This is one of the two really hard tricks in the run. And this is the most punishing trick by far in the run. If you fail this trick in a run, you have to instantly reset because it costs like 2 minutes. We do have backup, so it's not that big of a deal if I mess it off. But so we only need to get one bomb to the end. Remember, if it ever touches a mob, then that's it. So I'm doing very particular movement to hopefully make that impossible while still going pretty fast. Okay, guys. Yeah, so we still are one-shotting mobs here. I'm just going to take this incredibly safe. Okay, so those mobs are right there. So it's really variable where those mobs in particular can spawn. There's one more that's probably going to control me in a sec. Yeah, so just clearing out the mobs here to clear the path for the bomb. So hopefully, yeah, these guys are okay. It's fine, not even close. Okay, so by transitioning extra times like this, it puts extra time on the bomb, so I'm just going to do that. Again, not even close. Yeah, so in a PB attempt, you just be like absolutely hammering it through this area to try and just get through as fast as possible, and if a bomb hits something, you just reset. But don't want to do that because the backup is really slow. But it's not over yet. As you can see, this trick lasts a long time as well. It's about... Okay, bomb's being nasty. Yeah, and we've still got a little bit left. And you see the bomb gets really easily stuck on collision. So again, just killing these mobs just so that they can't hit the bomb. So we're actually doing another skip, we're doing a boss fight skip. We jumped over a trigger there, there's just barely enough room. And then another panorama skip by turning around right as we transition, it just skips the cutscene. And that is basically both the bombs, so I'm really happy to get that. I'm probably less than 50% consistent at getting that in a PB run. Because it is just so difficult. There's so many things that can go wrong. There's like literally hundreds of ways that you can lose the bomb. Not all of which are your fault. I'm just taking it nice and easy. So that's the bomb one we need to destroy. Nice. So we did it. That's both the bomb. So we're just going to fight a boss now. We're just going straight to the boss fight this chapter because we just blew up the wall, which sequence broke the game basically.
So that previous out of bounds skip you did, where you went across and had to keep your height, is that because of like death plane just below where you...
So it's not a death plane. What it is, if you hit the bottom of the screen, the game doesn't actually ever expect you to do that. So it doesn't know what to do. So it puts you in your last known like safe place, which is where I came in the room because that's where it thinks was the last safe place. So it basically just resets me, so I can instantly try the trick again, but it means I have to go all the way back to the start of the room.
So you were using your keyboard for that boss. Any particular reason? Yeah,
so there's some cutscenes coming up, so I'll explain it there. Yeah, so this is like the longest downtime in the run. So yeah, basically, the fastest way to attack in this game is called zigzagging. It's basically you crouch first left, then right, then left, then right, because it's the fastest attack you can do. And there's a very, very efficient way of doing it by combining using the keyboard and the controller at the same time. When you do that, the game does slightly funky things, and you can use that to attack incredibly fast left and right, which does really insane DPS, as you saw.
Nice.
Yeah, if you have any donations, now's the time. If you have any outstanding ones.
Unfortunately, I think just giving's down at the moment.
Oh yeah, just giving's down.
Yeah, just giving is still down, so you'll have to wait until it comes back up. Sorry if anyone wants to donate about that.
So we're now gonna go get a power up, a slide power up. So there's no known way to beat the game without slide. Even in the warp category, you have to go get this. These two rooms are called the spike rooms. I think I call them spike rooms anyway. They're actually really difficult to get through without being hit. Oh god, that made me jump. So getting hit once that is okay. This room is also a little bit tricky. A bit low. It's not a big deal.
Is your health generally an issue under that?
So we are playing the casual difficulty for quite a number of reasons. Basically, just casual difficulty just lets us do loads of things which are just much faster. Like we never run out of energy, for example. So I couldn't roll all the time if I wasn't playing casual. And one of the benefits of casual is anytime we die, we actually just instantly res ourselves. The developer Dean basically wanted casual to be like literally as casual as possible. It's impossible to fail. So if you just want to enjoy the story, it's perfect. So we just picked up slide, which lets us do slide boost, which is what I'm doing here. If you slide off the edge of a platform, you get a huge burst of speed, and you can carry that if you immediately do an attack. We're using them quite a bit throughout the run. So that's the end of chapter 2, which is why we're getting this cutscene. So we're going to Sorrowing, which is the hardest area, the longest area, definitely the most intense, and it's got the other incredibly hard trick in it. So let's go, let's see how it goes. Yeah, many hours of optimizing movement. So we reload here because it just skips a cutscene for some reason. There would be a cutscene here, but there isn't because I reloaded. So there's one thing that I've been doing loads that I haven't mentioned at all, is something called boosting. Basically, if you attack towards an enemy, you get launched in their direction. And this is especially true if you do the aerial dust storm, the move where I spin in the air. Pick up this key. And we use that load, like we're going to use it right now to go really, really high. But first we need to pick up an item. didn't quite get the good boost, but that's fine. Okay, we got the item we wanted. Oh, slight mistake there, I dropped too low. Which, as you saw, caused the red barrier to spawn. Let's do a little bit of backup here. Oh my god. So this is just an example of enemies can like really troll you in this game. That was like just because of a very minor movement mistake. I fell slightly too low. I got red barrier and it's really difficult to recover. This is a mini boss. Not very hard. There you go. Mini boss is dead. So that's partly because we have really good gear for now, but we actually don't have that good gear for where we are in the game now. It's just like slightly above average, like, you know, we're like 5-shotting these mobs. So this is another hard trick, Sorrowing Bomb. Any bomb guiding trick is always really punishing, because if they just hit any mobs, it's just game over. Oh, I should not have done that. That really sucks. In fact, should I go get... I should probably go get more bombs. So there is a backup if I do think that fight is not what I'm supposed to go for. Just like figuring out backups on the fly. Okay, yes. Oh, excellent. So we do, that's a slide boost there. Let's just go really fast. That's the main NPC of this area. Again, we still don't have Vine Grip, so RDSing up the wall. I probably don't need to do a double transition, but I will just have extra time on the bombs. We want to leave those bombs there while we kill these slimes, because they might totally troll me otherwise. So we want that bomb. Okay, hopefully no zombies jump over me. Okay, they're really nicely behaved there. That looked really easy. They very often just completely troll you. Nice, so that's the hard bit of the trick, is getting that bomb around there without anything getting in the way of it.
So are the other bombs around the areas that are development now?
Yeah, there are other bombs, but it'd be much slower to go get them because they're like not in our path at all. So this is the first of the roll clip outbounds. We'll be doing 2 of them. Roll clip outbounds basically are frame perfect / pixel perfect, depending on how you want to define it. I'm just going to concentrate trying to get this. In practice, I took like 40 tries in my practice run to do this, so it might be here a while.
So is this what you tried to do in your blindfold?
No, so this is slightly different. This is like a new kind of out of bounds. I need to like basically line myself perfectly and then press left and roll 1 frame apart. And it looks like I'm a madman just doing the same thing over and over, but I promise that I'm not making this up, that you do in fact flip out of bounds. Yeah, I've been having a lot of trouble with this one in particular recently. But it's pretty cool, so... Okay, this, I'm going to try a slightly different way of getting the clip, just because my setup isn't working quite right. There's a little bit more of a dumb method, but it works fairly well. Yeah, just by running up to it, you don't have to stop. Yeah, so this clip is definitely just being a huge pain.
Maggie says you got this Murtag.
Wow, this might be like more than 40 tries now. Like I say, it's like basically it's 1 frame. There we go.
Hey.
There you go. That is what it's supposed to be like. Well, yeah, so use some blind movement there, no big deal, just count. So basically the objective of this area is we need to go to 4 mansions and collect 4 key items. It's a bit tricky of a trick. Okay, I think we got it. No, that's actually quite hard. So we need to go through 4 mansions, pick up 4 key items, and then we can fight the boss of the area, which is why this area is so long, so we can do so much running around. So this is actually the boss here, but we can't fight him yet. We need to get all the key items before he's damageable. So I'm just using some attacks here to be able to land really quickly. Just do a slide boost here. Oh, that's not a slide boost here. So yeah, so this is the first key items there. So this is actually a fairly difficult trick. If we get through this red barrier, nice. That's like only like a 50% chance to work if you do it right. Just because it's very, just very mob RNG dependent, but it saves like 8 seconds. So, okay. Yeah, so again, boosting off that nest. So we warp out using the teleport stones that we bought earlier on in the run. So I have to pick up the keys and blade. Slightly too far. So we're going to be seeing this area a few times. This is how we're going to be re-entering the area. Yeah, these rooms can actually go really bad. You can get red barriers really easily. But if I do exactly the right movement and don't mess up, I should always be too fast. So that slide is taking a lot of time. So here we want to go high. Anytime I go up the top of the screen on this, it's because there are mobs below me that would red barrier me if I drop too low. So we're just going to be ADCing through the area. Yeah, we got the boost, nice. Just boost up this footage. And you can see how much crazy height you get just by getting below some mobs and then using the aerial dust storm.
So, are these, most of these moves ones you picked up during your blindfolded?
Yeah, so like the aerial dust storm I picked up early. In the blindfolded part.
Now you've got sliders, is there anything else you need to get there?
Yeah, there's one left which is double jump, which actually unlocks possibly the coolest movement, so we'll talk more about it later. And you don't, that isn't in the Warpless category, so that'll be like a... Oh, didn't quite get enough height there. Yeah. He's also invincible, so don't mess with angry invincible people. Sliding is also good for actually sliding. So that's the second one. So we need to get out of every mansion as well. So so that's actually, it's pretty unlucky to get red right here. This guy likes to blow you off, but again, not bad luck there. So we should be leaving the mountain. Leaving, not the mountain. Yeah, leaving the second mansion. So again, we're teleporting out, going back to this exit. So yeah, so we're going back to these areas to get back to like an central hub to be able to go to another mansion. That's an example of like a slight flood there. I have to be really careful not to manipulate that wizard over to where the transition is. Otherwise, I could have got red barriers. And those guys are basically invincible. Like, they probably take me a solid 5 minutes to kill one. So that would leave me in a tricky spot.
That was the upgrade for your weapon.
It's because your normal attacks actually can't damage it, and all my other attacks, which is fidget, are really weak. So I should probably, I'll talk more about fidget soon, but this is actually the hardest trick in the run, probably, is here. So it's another out of bounds, so so more of this. I'm just going to go for the kind of the dumb method where you just kind of walk at the edge and pray.
Is this the like main method of getting out of bounds?
Yeah,
Oh,
nice.
that's so cool.
But by far the hardest part is getting back inbounds. So I'm going to concentrate for this. Okay, so I was slightly too low. So basically there's a wall on top, bomb wall on top of me, which means if I go slightly too high I get bounced off it. But there's also a lip on the left wall, which stops me from going too low. That was close. Slightly missed it. This is fine.
So it's respawning you where you went there.
Yeah,
so you
because
get out of bounds.
exactly, yeah, which is quite fortunate. Nice. You also, as you can kind of see, I can't really see where my character is.
The bombs exploded then it's
They do, so that was pretty sketchy. That's fine. Yeah, so that is also, when I mentioned there are two incredibly hard tricks, that is definitely the other one. Just like, it looks really not that bad, but it is really hard, and I was hoping to get it in probably less tries than that, but that is, there's kind of no shame in having that much trouble with that trick. A lot of runners don't even go for it because it's so difficult to get back in.
how much time did you say?
It only plays saves like 10 seconds if you do it really well, so I definitely lost time doing it there, but gotta go.
You gotta go. In a marathon, right?
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, that out of bounds is kind of more. Not the best side boost there, but no big deal. So exiting the third mansion now. So I'll briefly mention Fidget, which is I've been using a little bit every now and again, which is the projectile that I've got. Is that currently it's set to lightning. Basically, it's the little orange bat that's following me around. Mostly known for a dialogue, but we're not really going to hear any of it, unfortunately. But it's really useful for distracting mobs, because we can kind of stun them in place without having to stop and attack them. So that's pretty much what we use it for. So we actually have the Vine Grip now. So that is another power that we're getting. It doesn't... we only get it just because we have to, really. It's not for any particular cool reason. Unlike Double Jump. So just more rooms, side boosting. This next room is fairly cool. I think it's fairly cool just because it's basically just how far can you boost and then chain those into ADCs. Because ADCing is a lot faster than going on the ground. So by doing that, that actually saves like several seconds, which is actually quite a lot for this category. Can fall to that platform for some reason.
How big is the difference in like times on leaderboard?
So my world record is like 19 seconds faster than the next time, I think,
Okay,
which
yeah,
is
so
like,
a few seconds makes quite a difference.
yeah, it does. There's still like definitely loads of time save that could be done in my PB, but this run is like just so technical. It's hard to string everything together. So
We've got more RNG to
exactly, yeah. So you kind of just have to deal with what you're getting with that when it comes to that. So more movement. Using the D-pad there actually helps out immensely on the diagonal. For some reason, if you hit an exact diagonal, you go like much further than you do if you're slightly off, so D-pad is good.
You said that the boss is invincible. Can you still use him to boost off?
Yeah, that is correct actually, yeah, which is, I think I just did there. Okay, so we've got all 4 items now, which is why I've got a cutscene. So we're actually getting towards the end of Sorrow now. Bit of a tricky movement here. Not quite what I was going for, but no big deal. Yeah, so we just need to fight the boss. It's a fairly interesting boss strat. It's a strat that I actually developed, and no one actually other than me does it yet, because they're too scared of it. But I promise it's not that bad, although playing with an unfamiliar mouse and keyboard is a bit sketchy. But if you remember back to the Tethys boss fight, I would use key binding to attack really, really quickly. We're kind of going to do something very similar to that. In fact, we are going to do that, but with the added difficulty of actually having to dodge attacks. And the way we're going to dodge attacks is a bit unconventional. So traditionally you would, like dodge roll to dodge attacks. But in this game, anytime you pause the game and you unpause, you get invulnerability frames until you move. If you move immediately, then you have no iframes. But if you just stand there doing nothing, you get like 2 seconds or so invulnerability. And so we're going to use that to go through his attacks and hopefully never get hit. If I do get hit, I'll revert to old strats because trying to recover with one hand on the keyboard is fairly difficult. So I'm just going to concentrate for this. So I need to change my difficulty, which I'll explain later. Okay, that is not good. Okay, cool, we killed him. If we died there, that would have been really bad because we weren't on casual anymore, so we would have actually died. It's the only time in the run you can actually die. So let's change that difficulty straight back again. Okay, so we didn't actually get enough XP, which is kind of interesting, so we need to do a backup here.
So changing the difficulty there, increasing the amount of XP you would get?
So not quite. What actually happens is, so casual difficulty brings around loads and loads of good benefits, but there is a downside, which is it automatically places your stats for you. But we actually want to put all of them in attack, which is what I just did. So by changing our difficulty to normal, when we kill the boss, it gives us the stat points and doesn't automatically assign them.
Okay.
So then we can assign them all to attack. So we just doubled, a bit more than doubled our attack there. So that'll save probably over a minute in the final boss fight. So well worth doing. So this is one of the few bits of downtime in the run. Like we've got like 10 seconds, less than 10 seconds now. So we're going to be going through Blackmore, fairly technical chapter. So this is the chapter in Warps where you instantly end it. Like if we were in Warps right now, I thought probably the difficulty was still on. I'm still on normal. No big deal. Then we would instantly, if we were in Warps, we would instantly end this chapter by just this was a bit of a tricky jump. Everyone insists that's really easy. It isn't. It's totally not. It's hard. I can't do it. There's a lot of quite particular boosts I need to do there, where I didn't just need to go high, I need to go left. Here we get good wolf RNG, yeah. Oh, not quite. Normally that wolf goes a little bit further left. You don't need to kill him, but... So that was what I was talking about. So basically, every time I pause and unpause the game, I get iframes until I move. I was using that to not get hit by any of his attacks, which is faster than dodging. Yeah, it's quite a lot to explain. So there, we died, but we're on casual, so we don't die.
Yeah, to respond to questions, unfortunately, just giving donation pages down at the moment, so hopefully they'll get it back on soon. As long as you wait and donate when you can.
Yeah, that kind of sucks. We didn't meet the Fez incentive, did we? I guess because we didn't have any donations.
No, we didn't meet the Fez. Oh no, wait, we did meet the Fez incentive.
Yeah, somebody donated the Fez. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I need to go back and do that then. Probably the fastest way of doing that. I'm just going to make a save here. This is my fault. I thought it. Oh, that's not working. Panicking now because I have to improvise to get back to the Fez room. Yeah, so the Fez room is a pretty cool, like little side thing. Just routing on the fly. How I'm going to get there? It's my fault. I actually thought we hadn't met it. There was a faster way to get to it. I need to figure out a way back. No big deal. So we've got the double jump now, which is what we got from beating the boss, which lets us do a pretty interesting move tech where we cancel a wall with our double jump and then immediately cancel that into a dust storm, and we go really fast, really fast. So normally I would go up there, but we're gonna go to the Fez room, which is here. Okay, so someone in my Discord, in the Dust Discord, told me don't just do Fez, do Fez hardcore, which makes it a little bit more difficult.
Is that like if you die, you die?
So there are no mobs. Instead, it just turns everything upside down and mirrored. So do I remember how to do this? I'm just going to concentrate.
Oh, this is like that's the game.
Yeah. There we go. Let's go this backwards. That was easy. Nice. And then here would be Fez. Unfortunately, we don't have enough keys to open this cache. You need 4 keys, and we don't manage to get them in the run. But this is where we get Fez. We still got to get back out. So I'm not so much like figuring out where I'm going as I am just like I just know where to go.
So is this by the same developers as Fez?
No, so this game has a bunch of oh sorry, it's slightly distracting, it's fine. No, it's okay. Yeah, it's by an indie developer. Then there's a bunch of homages to other indie games, which are in these like secret areas. And so that's just one of the cooler ones. So we're going back through the areas that we already did. So yeah, we're back now. So that's the double jump movement there. That's regular double jump. So there's one more out of bounds clip. This one is usually kinda. So we'll see if we get it a little bit faster. There we go. Nice, you got a boost off the wall. The trick is not over, so concentrate for a little bit. It's not good. Let's reset that. Okay, nice, we got the hard bit. So basically, yeah, I'm just abusing while out of bounds the way certain collision works. Again, doesn't expect you to be there. And basically we just skipped out a whole side quest where we had to like unblock a cave.
Apparently the time stopped just.
Okay, yeah, so you're doing some double jump movement in the air. No big deal. Ah, crap. Slightly messed up there. I went a little bit too low. Should be able to get through.
Oh, so you can just go over the way now, is it?
Yeah, so red barrier, mobs only red barrier you like around them, and that includes things like so only around them, so you can go over the red barrier, even though it might not look like you can. But if there's no mob near you, then you don't get red barrier. So it's a bit of manipulation here. Yeah, just about got it. Some people call it double jump dash cancelling. I just call it double jump movement. This next room is fairly tricky. Oh yeah, that's what happens when you mess up the double jump movement. It's actually 3 inputs. I have to do a roll, a jump, and then that's an intentional hit. The mob is not playing nice. Oh, look at it killing herself. She's supposed to come over here. Come on, come on. Most of the time she immediately comes around. I got cutscene there, I got stats back. Wow. This is like bottom 10% look there. Everything else.
That's unique mobs to boost upwards.
Yeah. Okay, so this is a... you know, I'm going to restart this room just because this room is on a cycle, and if I get the good cycle, then it's pretty cool looking, I think. Let me do it again, one more time. Because if I know exactly what cycle I'm on, I can do like... oh, never mind. Okay, I'll just YOLO it. It's pretty difficult to get basically there, yeah, I was using damage boosts to skip cycles basically there. You can do it in quite fast if you don't get hit, if you get no unintentional hits. So here there's actually wind blowing me to the left. It does just boost fairly quickly. You can see the wind blowing me there. So we're coming towards the end now of Blackpool.
I just let everybody know they're just going to take it back up, so donate all your money to Special Effect, our wonderful charity cause.
Nice, that's good. So another trigger skip. So I'll skip to like a mini boss fight, but it's quite a slow boss fight, so well worth saving. So this is where like you get all the exposition of like where it explains all the story of the game. But we're gonna just skip all of it. The skipping these cutscenes probably saves like 5 minutes. It's crazy, but thank God for skipping cutscenes. And that's the end of Blackmore, so we're going to be progressing into the last chapter. But before we do that, we're just going to do a trick we did way back at the start, where we use an NPC as we're leaving a screen that stacks up the cutscenes and blocks the panorama from playing. So we're going to use Trusty Gihan here, who also was our XP backup earlier on. Push him along, get over there, talk.
You only use the XP backup once.
Yeah, off him. You only get XP the first time you talk to him, but it's okay because it's always enough. There, so no panorama. So trick. So I was skipping a trigger, so all these NPCs don't want to talk to me anymore now because I skipped that trigger, which is good. So this is a pretty hard trick. So the person in second place famously failed it, and that's the reason not a world record. So something
just rub it in, why don't you?
Yeah, Finn, if you're watching, I hope this trick launches you forever. I'm going to concentrate. I need to leave in the exact top right corner of the screen. Let's see if we got it. Nice. So basically I buffered inputs while the screen was black, 2 different sets of inputs, and then if you do that while leaving exactly in the edge of the screen, it just places you out of bounds. And this is called a yellow gate skip, because it skips having to get, basically we normally have to do a side quest to get a stone that lets us open a yellow gate, but instead we just went straight under it. So that's actually the main reason why we do double jump. So if it wasn't for this trick, we wouldn't get double jump, because you might have noticed it was actually really out of the way to get it. And
yeah,
double.
I'm completely lost about where we are.
Yeah. Yeah, because double jump is not required to beat the game at all, because we have Rising Dust on, so it doesn't matter how high up we need to go, we can get there. So this is so this trick coming up is my nightmare because this is the trick I failed at the rest of them. I lost 15 seconds. And we got it. So it's just like the one we did earlier where you turn around as you're entering a room that skips a panorama. There would have been a panorama there. So these are the rooms that I like to call the war rooms. So basically, there's loads of rooms where it's just mobs absolutely everywhere.
Looks quite popular until we get close to the end of the game.
We are, so we're in the final chapter now.
Is there time to make a quick announcement?
Yeah, go for it.
Just Giving is finally back, so donations can now be done again. The command in chat for the link is !donate.
Just had to improvise there because I slightly lost my place. Yeah, so these are what I'm calling the war rooms. So it's basically just rooms full of monsters, which is really bad for speedrunning because it means, that is not very often there are no mobs there. Just trying to go back up, there we go. Because getting red barrier here can be really costly because clearing out the mobs is just not viable at all. Because we're actually now weak for where we are in the game. So it would take forever to kill the mobs. This is another trick, this is called double cannon fire skip. I didn't mean to die there, but there we go. So we want to go to 1 HP. There we go. Get the boost I wanted. So we're just going to have to go high really slowly here. No big deal. So this only has a 50% chance of working. Hopefully, basically we just want to get hit by cannons. So there are cannons now. If I was going along the floor, I'd be getting hammered by cannons, constantly being hit. It'd be really, really slow. Hopefully I can get to the next screen and then transition off the top to just not have to deal with them at all. But if I get hit on this screen, I'm screwed. Oh, that might be okay. Okay, I don't think that is okay. No, that's not okay. Slight misinput there. So this is not normally what you have to deal with, but we got through half of it.
You said you needed to go down to 1 HP, you know.
Right, yeah. So the reason I wanted to go to 1 HP because dying there is actually important, because dying to the cannon is actually much better than not being nice. I need to get a boost here to force it to happen. There we go. Because dying actually preserves my height because you instantly respawn. And that respawn mechanic keeps my height. Whereas if I just get hit, I fall to the bottom of the screen, which is what you saw the second time I got hit. That's why I was boosting myself. Just a couple more war rooms, and then slight input mistake there, but no big deal. So hopefully we can sail to the end of this room and don't get required by anything. Okay, never mind. Okay, died again, no big deal. Yeah, it's just, yeah, okay, we got through in the end. So they're not great there, getting red barriered, but no big deal. So again, the trick where I save the game while moving. Game doesn't really know what to do, puts me out of bounds. So we just skipped basically the first 3 phases of the final boss fight by doing that, because the trigger to start the last phase is just there in the void. So we just hit it. So unfortunately that means we also skip the trigger for triggering the boss music, but that's no big deal. So you're probably thinking, wow, this boss looks really, really easy, you just do the same attack over and over. He can actually parry you at any time, which knocks you back, and you can do it multiple times in a row like that, and then he immediately starts being really nasty if you let him. So if he gets out of this loop, it could be really bad. but it's going pretty well so far. So this is why we've done all the things in the run to get a lot of damage, because as you can see, this boss fight takes a while. And if we had way worse attack, this would be much slower. Right, so we're basically done the run, except all we need to do is crawl to the right.
Okay, so there's time coming up then.
Time's coming up in about 30 seconds. I'm trying to do a swipe strat. There's a way, if you do like a frame perfect movement, to slide while not doing the animation. But it's
Barely moving it.
I've been struggling with it recently, it's no big deal. But basically, when the screen goes to white, when I touch his hand, it's time.
So that boss was the guy in all the cutscenes, right?
Yeah, he was, yeah. His name is Gaius, and he's kind of the main antagonist. And... time.
Congratulations for being the first runner.
There we go, yeah, it's been really good for the first run of WASD.
So we got Glade, Blindfold and Fezra incentive for that.
Yeah, so yeah, I was glad to show that off, glad to show you some of the stuff, and Blindfolded Glade went like really well.
Yeah, it's an awesome run to watch.
Yeah, so...
I haven't seen a full run of it before.
Yeah, so
I've look at your stream.
Yeah, so I've been, I'll just pause the cutscene. Yeah, so I've been grinding loads and I've got world record. So I've made like tutorial videos. We've made loads of tutorial videos for the game if you want to get into it. It's a really fun speed game. The warps category is only like 20 minutes long, so it's really easy to get into. We're really friendly. We have a Discord. Just Google like Dust Elysian Tales speedrunning. You go on the speedrun.com, you see the leaderboard, and you can also click to go in the Discord. And it'd be good to have you. Shout outs in particular to everyone in Discord. In particular, I'd say probably Glimmy, Finn, for loads of help with this run. Acrid for being a great competitor. Aggie for watching, Stripe for donating, and everyone else that's run. Yeah, cool. Thanks.
And
anyway.
if you want to watch Murtag, he streams on Twitch quite a
Yeah,
lot.
anytime I'm running, I stream on Twitch.
I think his Twitch handle's probably underneath.
Yeah, twitch.tv/CharryMurtag.
If you guys want to keep talking for like 2 more minutes while we fix the break screen, that would be super appreciated.
Okay. Yeah, some more shoutouts. Yeah, so here we just showed off the Warpless category. The world record by me is 43 minutes and 56 seconds. It's quite a cool run. It's the most popular category. But if you want a shorter run, the world record for warps is only 16.5 minutes. It's incredibly fast-paced. Has to deal with less RNG in general, but you have to deal with warping. Warping is kind of an interesting strat in this game. So basically, there's a glitch where if you just drag the mouse with your mouse cursor and then try and warp somewhere, it just lets you go anywhere because the game developers didn't think about dragging the map, which you can only do with a mouse. And that literally saves, over 2/3 of this run.
Yeah, that's the point. What was our time for this run?
Yeah, what's the time?
40, you said it, but
Is
it's
it
on
sub
video.
50?
It was no, it was sub 1 hour.
It was sub
over,
1 hour.
Yeah,
It was over 50. Maybe.
Yeah, it's over 50, because of
Maybe
that.
someone in chat
Because of
can
the
post
fairs.
that. 5908 was that?
Yeah, 5908.
5908.
Yeah, it's okay. So doing like the Fez room, which takes a couple of minutes, and blindfolded Glade, which obviously slows me down a bunch.
What was your world record?
So my world record is 43 minutes and 57 seconds.
That's quite a lot off that.
Yeah, so I think
minutes.
most of my time saved was just... so it was the out of bounds clips were really slow in this run. And also just... generally this game is so intense. Like generally I'm pretty good at talking while playing video games. But this run is just so intense that I actually really struggle, especially to explain the things that I'm doing as I'm running.
You've had me talking in your ear the whole time, distracting
Nah,
you.
you haven't distracted me too much.
I think I can take this time to go through some donation incentives.
Okay,
Might
go
be a
for
good
it.
idea
Yeah.
that you guys can donate to for later. So yeah, we had the blindfolded Glade, which was so impressive. Watch the VOD if you missed it. It was incredible. And the Fez room. But Super Monkey Ball 2 later. There's a donation incentive for the file name, which is up to 6 characters. Whichever one gets the most money, even if it's only one, will probably win that. So go and donate for that, and it's all on the Just Giving page. Bang donate in chat. For Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which is also Murtag
Oh, yeah.
later on, there's a donation incentive to play with items, and it's usually without items, so how difficult is that?
Yeah, so items just adds way more chaos to the run. With no items, it's just, you know, driving fast, but with items, it's constantly having to deal with the enemies, like hitting
Blue
you with loads of
shells.
items,
Oh.
having to think about, do I have to detour to get items myself to defend myself? There's
So-
more to think about, and it's more RNG, but more chaos.
So we've set that goal slightly more than £10 at £25. Still pretty low, so if you
Yeah.
want to cause massive headache for the runner, then please donate towards
Yeah,
that.
and a couple of people together can easily get that.
Yeah, £25 is achievable, I think. And when you're donating, make sure you write the name of the game and the donation incentive in your message so we know it's towards that. And the last donation incentive for today is for Spyro. The donation war for the colour. And the options are green, blue, red, pink, yellow, purple, black, or default. And I'm not sure what colour default is.
How
I
is
thought
Spyro
Spyro
is
was-
normally purple
Yeah,
and yellow,
I
right?
thought Spiral is purple, but purple's an option.
I'm voting for purple. I want to see what the difference is
Yeah,
between
well,
purple
purple and
and
default.
default.
What does it actually colour? Do we know?
I don't know, I just have the colours written down. So whichever has most out of those will win. I can go through Sunday's donation incentives as well, because obviously you can donate for these incentives at any time before the run.
Yeah, and all of these donations are going towards our wonderful charity Special Effect, who do loads of stuff for gamers with various disabilities. So they do all sorts of things from custom controllers to helping people get a hold of the games they want, and
It's really
campaigning
amazing
for
work.
like accessibility in gaming and things like that.
Yeah, it is really amazing work. So for Sunday, our donation incentives, Final Fantasy IX, the character name, which is 8 characters long. Again, whichever has most, you're welcome to suggest anything, within reason. We reserve the right to choose. Then for Fury, we have a donation incentive to play in Japanese instead of English, and I can tell you that the runner has never even played the game in Japanese, so that would be incredibly interesting. In fact, the runner is Jay, who's our
how
behind the
much-
scenes.
Hello.
Do you think that would actually affect your run? Like, do you think it would make it more difficult in Japanese?
I mean, okay, there's like audio cues for it, but like they're all the same. The only thing that changes is the dialogue, but it doesn't change the runtime
Ah.
because it's
Right,
fixed.
so we're probably just going to get hilarious Japanese dialogue, but no one knows what anybody's saying.
Yeah,
Sounds
that
great.
has subtitles, but I know the voice acting's really weird. It was
Yeah.
also fully voiced in French as well.
I mean,
but-
having seen the plot for Fury, nobody's going to understand it anyway.
Exactly.
So the
exactly.
donation goal for that one is £20, definitely achievable again. And the last game, I'm really sorry if I butcher this, Rabby Ribby, I think is the game name?
Rabby
I'm not sure.
No, it's Rabby Ribby.
Okay.
Sounds
I
right.
wrote it down wrong already, so it's a good start. For additional town members, I've been told there are 10 normally, and that puts it up to 11, and I think that makes it harder, I think.
Yeah.
That's a £20 donation incentive. I kind of want to see what happens. I think probably everyone does. And the last donation incentive for the weekend will be the post-game sequence from Rabby Ribby, which is another £20. And I think it's nice just to kind of, because with speedruns, you usually lose the entire plot of the game, so it'd be nice to see some actual
Yeah.
conclusion to things.
Yeah, like, for example, you can skip every single cutscene, apart from the one that you have to do a frame-perfect trick to skip in Dust. But it's actually really, really story-based, and the story is really good. So you should go buy Dust and Elysian Tale. It's probably not very expensive on Steam. Add it to your wish list.
I think all of the Tomb Raider runs that I'm doing this marathon, the plot is like objectively improved by doing the speedrun strats because it means not as many NPCs die.
This is true.
Right, I'm hoping that was a long enough break that we can
Yeah.
fix the real break screen. So I'm
Yeah,
back.
give us
So
an update.
our next run up is Hotline Miami by Kirst. So he's
Yeah.
waiting in the sidelines. I'm eager to see it because I've never actually played the game myself, but it
Yeah,
looks.
I've seen a
rather-
lot of footage of the game played, and my understanding is the fact it's a game where you die 1,000 times to get anywhere, so just die in an absolute instant from any gun. So it'll be interesting to see how many times he dies in the run. How are we doing with the break screen? You fixing it?
Possibly
30 seconds.
30
Literally
seconds.
30
30
seconds.
seconds.
He's looking very hacker man over
So
there,
any
typing
question?
furiously.
Anything in chat? You got a question? You got 10 seconds.
Oh, we have a lovely message in chat. You'll rock. Thanks for hosting a really cool charity event and doing really cool speedrunning. Thank you,
Oh, thanks.
Yee21. I am so sorry, that was probably a terrible butcher of your name.
21. Yeah. And yeah, thanks. Shout out to everybody who's watching.
Yeah. And now I can finally be sleep deprived off the stream rather than running a game.
Right,
Yeah.
so we're going to go to a break, and then afterwards we're going to have Hotline Miami.
Cool. Right.
Alright.
See you later, guys.
See you in a bit.